Mattel has definitely hit the cars on the road Lightning McQueen variants harder than they have the Mater counterparts. I mean, we already have a 155 scale diecast version of Cave McQueen, Deputy McQueen, Cryptid Buster McQueen, Rumbler McQueen, and it feels like we don't really have too many of those for Mater. I mean, we don't have President Mater as a diecast yet. We're just now getting Cryptid Buster Mater. We did get Rumbler Mater finally. Still no sign of Cave Mater. Still no sign of the 155 scale Gravedigger Mater, Zombie Hat Mater, Mad Scientist Mater. So I mean, I'm telling you guys, the Mater discrimination here, I'm not a big fan of it. So we gotta give Mater some love. I did wait for quite a while to review this guy just because I feel like he is one of the least exciting ones that came out amidst the Case J and Case H barrage. Obviously, I just unboxed Case J a couple weeks ago. I'll leave the link for that in the description below and card session pop up in the top right hand corner. And I also probably by now have unboxed Case H, which is where this guy debuted alongside Jeremy and Mateo. They were the three new cars in that case, and then he reappeared in the case after that, Case J. But at the time I'm recording this, I don't have Case H yet, so this is the J version of Cryptid Buster Mater, but they're probably going to be identical. Either way, both are great cases, so check out those unboxings. And I'll also leave the link in the description below for my review of Cryptid Buster Lightning McQueen, who I think is one of the best releases this year so far. And yeah, he came out in Case F, so quite a while ago now. Alright, so let's get into it here with Cryptid Buster Mater. I do really like the art they have for him here, although they don't go for the muddy tires that the diecast has. And I am pretty grateful that they did do muddy tires because they didn't on McQueen, which just is kind of weird. And so, because they did do it on Griswold, you know, so, and he was the first, or she, or whatever, was the first one released from the Legend episode, and they all really should have muddy tires. And I think the Mini Racer Margaret Motorray has muddy tires, so I don't know why they skimped out on them with McQueen there. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, new for 2023, obviously, he's got the camo paint, the decal, he's got the satellite, the spotlight, which are all translated over on the diecast, which is fantastic because if you look, I think Tomica did this and the McQueen, and they have none of the doodads. It's basically just a paint job, which is pretty unfortunate and obviously pretty inaccurate. It's also kind of weird. He's got these gas cans back here, so it pushes out Mater, and so they had to make this blister on a diagonal. Like, look at how it's on an angle like that. Just kind of a weird, like, trapezoidal shape. But yeah, interesting stuff. On the back here, we have a pretty cool grouping of diverse characters from like very, very different episodes. I don't think two single cars are from the same episode here. But yeah, as seen in Cars on the Road, Claire Gunzer came on Case F and has reappeared since in a case or two. You have Mateo and Jeremy, who are only in Case H so far, and I'm sure I've reviewed them by now. They look awesome, especially Jeremy, so I can't wait to get on with that. Baby Quadratorcosaur, or the regular one, I think that is the Papa Quadratorcosaur because of the bigger horn there, has yet to come out. He was actually supposed to be in this case with Case H, that is, with Mateo, Jeremy, Cryptid Buster Mater, and he seemingly has been postponed, and that's pretty unfortunate, but I am hopeful that it is not canceled and it is just postponed. We have Griswold, again, making an appearance. Niall Speedcone, who also, I guess I should have said, there are 4 of them that were new to Case H. Niall Speedcone being another one, and then also reappearing in Case J. Can't believe I forgot that guy. Or gal. I think that one's actually a gal because the person that he is named after, or now she is named after, is named Niall something. I don't know. You could just tell that it's based on her. And so I'm pretty sure Niall Speedcone is a she. And I'll be right back with CBM all opened up. All right. This guy looks great, man. I think he's super underrated. And even for me, you know, because I waited basically till the end to review him, he's actually the last car from Case J that I am choosing to review. Again, I don't have Case H yet, but I have already done my videos on, you know, Pit Stop Stores, now Speedcone, Misty, Rumbler McQueen, Rumbler Mater, etc. So I do feel a little bit bad. There he is in the short, though, looking great. I love how he's like saying sector, Bravo, Delta. I think that was pretty funny, just trying to fit in with the crowd. That's like such a typical Mater behavior moment right there, so I like that. And I just love how accurately Mattel was able to translate the animation onto a diecast. This might be one of their best outings. just overall, I mean, I think that they nailed every single aspect of him, including the expression, which I think is really strong here. And I did like the expression on Rumbler Mater. I just think that the eyes are way too pale, and so that's kind of a little bit of a knock on him. But with Cryptid Buster Mater here, they did a great job with the expression, and I am very pleased with it. You could see it's much darker, and I think that's all you needed to do. He is still pretty bright up around the mouth here. I think that's still kind of weird. Like he just, he gets these pale spots sometimes, like some sunspots almost, and it doesn't make any sense. It makes zero sense whatsoever. So I'm a little confused why they did that, but I don't know. It looks much better, I think, than the eyes, so that's a plus. But he's got a very much so matte finish everywhere, like very flat. You could even kind of feel it in the texture, not glossy in any way, shape, or form, which is kind of how we've come to know the Maters to be. But yeah, this expression's great. I love the enthusiasm and the charisma that it conveys. He's got the little light bar going on up here, which is an additional plastic doodad that's into the metal base. You can kind of move it around, but be careful as not to break it off. And you also have the satellite and antenna that are drilled into the roof as well. You can move that around, swivel it a bit, but again, be careful not to break them off because they are just flimsy plastic essentially. But yeah, that's awesome. This tow hook's a little astray here. Look, it's like flowing in the wind. You can't even bring it down. That's kind of wild. Look at that guy. Bam! Look at that thing go. Look at this, guys. That's kind of wild. That thing's been bent up there for a while then. Is that a chip I see? I feel like I see two chips on the taillights here. Right there and right there. Right where my thumbnails are. I can't tell. I'll have to look at that later. Oh well. Anyways, you got the gas tanks here, which are very cool. Reminds me of Wild Miles Axelrod and a couple other cars that I believe have had them as well. But yeah, just a part of the travel gear that they brought on out there. McQueen brought a whole suitcase. No idea what the hell he was going to need that for, but he had it. And he does have the camo here on the side, which is a great addition to him. Kind of like McQueen's camo here as well, but a little bit more blended in, I'd say. Wayne County, CBC. Still trying to figure out what CBC stands for. Cryptid Buster something. You know what I mean? It can't be Cryptid Buster County. It's like CBC. What does that stand for? The B has to be Busters, right? Maybe the C on the other side is just like a duplicate C. Maybe they both just mean like Cryptid Buster. I don't know. That's kind of stupid, but I'm just trying to figure out something because I've been wondering about it ever since we got McQueen here. And now look at this decal for the exact same logo. Look how much clearer it is on Mater here. Now, is that because it was done on a glossy finish here with McQueen and instead of a matte finish on Mater? Very well be. We might be able to start cracking the code here to Thailand's decals because this looks 10 times better and clearer than this does. I can't even, if I didn't know that said Wayne County, I would not have been able to read that, but I can clearly read Wayne County here. So that's much improved, or either just the state of it being, the nature of it being on matte versus glossy. He's got the muddy base here, just a brown, typical Mater base. It's the same color, and it happens to now be the same color as his tires, which are very nicely detailed. They're not just straight mud like they did with the Salt Flats racers, being straight white. They made it look actually somewhat realistic. You know, they showed through some blackness of the tire, which is good because that is how mud works usually. So yeah, this guy looks great. I'm a huge fan. Definitely underrated. S19, S11 means he was made during the 11th week of 2023 at the A factory in Thailand. But is he better overall than Rumbler Mater? This is going to be a tough nut to crack here because I think they're both great. If Rumbler's Mater expression, like if these eyes weren't super duper pale as if he's Casper the Ghost, I'd probably choose this guy, and I think I still am going to go with him. He's got a horn, for crying out loud. He's got a flamethrower on his roof. He's got a mace, and all these little dots that are a part of the main metal body. So I think I am still going to go with Rumbler Mater here, but it is a tough call. I think maybe objectively, this is the better diecast Cryptid Buster Mater, but it's tight. mean, because this guy's got a bunch of doodads as well, but I mean, when you have a flamethrower, I guess it just kind of gets my, like, little boy, like, craziness going, like, oh my god, it's a flamethrower, you know what I mean? Whereas this is just like a satellite and an antenna. But still awesome stuff. Both of them are great. I am pretty sure, though, I do have a couple chips on these taillights there, though. Let me just take it up. Look at it here real quick. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, those are chips for sure. It is really minute, so I'm not concerned about it at all. But I do just want to show you guys. It's like the paint must be very thin right there, but there are chips right there, and then right there. So, again, a little annoying, but just kind of is what it is. No big deal. So let's get the whole band together. We have Griswold here, who has a lot of stuff as well. Got the microphone, the camera, the little luggage, and the spotlight, and the logo. Let's see how the logo looks on Griswold here, actually. Oh my god, actually no, it looks horrible. Yeah, that's disgusting. Look at that. Look at that nastiness right there. That is horrible. Got a little bit better on McQueen. Granted, it's bigger on McQueen than it is on Griswold. Still gross. This is money though. This looks really good. Really strong decal there. Everything else on Griswold's really good though. So still one of my favorite Cars on the Road characters thus far. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comment section below. Who is your favorite character from the Legends episode? We should be getting a, obviously we have the mini racer, Margaret Motorway on the way, or out right now pretty much. Hopefully we get a Mossy Ivy in due time. Hopefully we get a Clutch Humboldt, the RV. Hopefully we get a 155 scale version of Margaret Motorway. That would be awesome as well. And maybe even a Ghost McQueen, which is probably like one of the final McQueens that they need to do from Cars on the Road, period, because they've just hit that sector so hard. And then also think about, what's your favorite Mater from the show? Got Super Speeder Mater back here as well, who's pretty awesome. Hopefully we get a Mattel version of Cave Mater here soon. And I also did kind of want to show you guys this off-road version of Mater from Radiator Springs 500.5, because both of them have a light bar up here. Other than that, though, not very similar at all. Definitely different vibes. I love the expression. This is one of the best expressions on the Mater ever. Look at that, just fearsomeness, if that's a word. Look at that big tire on the back. Didn't even appear in the shorts, but still one of the best, and honestly a pretty rare diecast. Alright guys, thank you as always for watching. Check out GetMeCollecitlbes eBay store in the description below for anything cars related that you may need. He's got a whole bunch of stuff. He probably has all this stuff here too. That's just no problem whatsoever for him. And yeah, link will be in the description. Email him if you want a case. And that's that. Thanks as always, and I'll see you guys soon for another video. Bye now.